Well, it's being reported that the third installment of the 21 Jump Street franchise, you guessed it, 23 Jump Street, is on the way. According to Deadline, 22 Jump Street screenwriter Rodney Rothman has been hired to write the new film with directors Phil Lord and Chris Miller overseeing its development. However, there is no official word if Lord and Miller will return to actually direct the third film. John, is it a good idea to do a third Jump Street movie?
There are two answers to this question. The first answer is yes. I loved the second Jump Street. The trailers looked okay, but I thought, oh, you know, the shtick is going to get tired and blah, blah, blah. Somehow, some way, Miller and Lord found a way to keep that movie feeling fresh. They introduced just enough stuff, carried over just enough stuff. Like, seriously, some of the funniest moments of the year are in that, whether it's, you know, Ice Cube freaking out in the restaurant. I think, you know, every once in a while I talk about how I've got like a top 10 list of my favorite singular movie moments. And the number one for me is always going to be Dark Helmet in Spaceballs saying, now you'll see evil will always triumph because good is dumb. Yes, but I think cracking the top 5, at least it's absolutely in my top 10, is that scene in the film when Channing Tatum realizes what's going on between Ice Cube and Jonah Hill. That scene, I thought I was going to pass out because I couldn't inhale. I was laughing so hard. Now, so the first answer is yes, it's a great idea. The second answer is also yes, but not as enthusiastic. Miller and Lord, look, I'm not going to go as far as to say have to be the directors of this film. I'm not going to go that far.
Go that far.
but I think it's a hit to the film if Miller and Lord aren't back to do it. I mean, we've just seen that Miller and Lord, everything they've cranked out so far, they're Christopher Nolan right now. Everything they have done so far has been excellent. And so if they're not attached to it, that will dampen my enthusiasm a bit. But then it all depends on who do they get in next and all that kind of crap. And they are overseeing the script, so that's good too. But I mean, overall, I think this is great news, Schnepp.
It could just be a scheduling thing. Like they want to make the sequel, but they've already, scheduled out. They're going to direct and oversee.
I don't want their excuses, Schnepp. I want a good movie.
I'm just talking for them. They gave me $20. They said, "Look, Schnepp, try to make it sound better." You know, personally, I would love them to do 25 Jump Street. And
just then, skip 23. Just call it 25.
Just skip
awesome.
23 and 24, and then they'd have to go back. Just as a little thing. And when you see the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It would be great, because then you could just go lose all continuity and just... I agree with you. I thought it was a great, really fun film. I loved 21 Jump Street. 22 I didn't like as much, but it was really fun. It was a really fun comedy. So I'm happy to see them do it again. I agree with you. I'd like to see both the directors come back, but if they don't...
I forget. Was 25 Jump Street the Culinary Academy, or was it Naval Academy? I can't remember.
I hope it was the dance one, because that's the one I want to see.
There's so many of those. Mary, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm totally on board for this news. I agree with you. I think it would be great if Lord and Miller came back for the third one. I also like 21 Jump Street slightly better than 22. I think only because my expectations were pretty low going in. Because I had a lot of reservations about the film, and then I went in and was completely blown away with laughter. And it's proven to be such a great franchise in terms of delivering those laughs. So I agree, it would be nice to have Lord and Miller back, at least for the third one. Then they could make a nice little trilogy and call it a day and revisit it in like 20 years as a remake.
There are two films in the past like 6, 7, 8 years that I've been really, really, really wrong about. Like two films in particular that I preached for almost a year that were going to suck. One was the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek. I said this thing is a disaster waiting to happen, blah, 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 and it was awesome. The other one was 21 Jump Street. I said this is a disaster. I was not impressed with anything Channing Tatum had done yet up to that point. And it's like Jonah Hill attached to this, Lord and Miller, the guys who did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, even though I like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And that ended up being awesome, and let's see if they can keep that train going.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.